Right now, Germany is undergoing a severe flooding disaster. We're talking thousands of people affected with about 100 still missing. Authorities are trying to determine who is merely out on vacation or traveling elsewhere and who is actually missing, but so far, at least 100 people are confirmed dead, many homes are destroyed, and entire towns are gone. It'll take weeks to sort out the facts in this tragedy, but a clearer picture is already being painted. What we can do is see the impact and how we can address lessons that have been learned the hard way in preparation for when it happens here in the United States. It's only a matter of time. I was in Germany years ago, and it was a lovely place. The people were very welcoming, and I had an excellent time. Pizza in Regensburg, schnitzel in Munich or München. Lovely stuff. As part of the Western European side of the world, you wouldn't think that these types of events could occur. We have a clear emergency, and my heartfelt condolences go out to the people in the affected area who've lost loved ones. To people who are still waiting on word that loved ones are okay, keep the faith that they are. I hope they are too. Rain over a 24 to 48 hour period is what led to the massive flash flood situation, and the current safety measures and planned emergency response was inadequate. We're not here to discuss climate change or politics. Do that by supporting whatever cause you determine is right through research. We, I, you, me, cannot control this with the snap of our fingers. We can, however, ensure our families and our neighbors will be able to adapt and overcome through deliberate preparation. One of the biggest takeaways has been to secure enough assets to live for a few months outside of a home, to be able to afford a place to stay. I'm talking about a separate bank account where you squirrel some money away every check, or you're physically withdrawing some cash and you store that somewhere else. It's classic in the prepper community to use gold and silver. There are some drawbacks to this. I guarantee if you've ever experienced an emergency that required a trip to the vet and all you had was a 1/10 gold crown, it's not going to work out too well. They're just going to look at you like, that's great. Is there any way that you can switch this over into cash money right now? And then we can take care of the situation. If you can afford to take your time to convert gold and silver into whatever the local currency is, go for it. Pay attention to the premium that you pay too. Obviously, jewelry is the easiest way to camouflage the fact that you're buying this for insurance. However, they also come with the most premium attached to them because of the work that's been done so that they can be a wearable piece of art. On the other hand, there is gold and silver bullion. These are usually 999 fine and are some of the most recognizable, at least between gold and silver bugs. You're definitely going to get below spot, but you're not going to get too much below spot. Another popular medium of exchange when it comes to gold and silver here in the United States is using old 90% coinage. It does have the lowest premium over spot, however it is 90%, and different groups are going to value it differently from each other, so be aware of that. Another method of storing some value is cryptocurrency. This is an entirely different conversation that's going to be very involved. There's so many ways to dabble in cryptocurrency. You can use exchanges, you can get cold storage wallets, physical wallets. It's just very complicated, but I'm just going to put it out there. The second thing that you can do to prepare yourself is to make sure that important paperwork is secured in a similar manner. What does that mean? You want to make sure that financial paperwork is secure. However you do that storage, off-site in a bank vault, or if you store it onto some kind of cloud service, just make sure that you have your important paperwork like your property, your mortgage, your insurance, anything relevant to how you make money, have copies of that. Birth certificates, DD-214s. You want to make sure that you would still have access to that in case your entire place goes up in flames or water. And of course, life isn't just about financial or professional papers. Maybe you want to preserve your family's legacy. Digitize any of those important documents, family photos, items like that that have sentimental value, because in the end, it's the little things that make life worth living, right? Not to mention having a few good books to read is a good idea. The number 3 thing that you can do is to secure items of high value in pre-planned places of the house in case of emergency, tailored specifically to your current living conditions. What I mean is, it's not specifically a bug-out kit. These important items, let's say you're in an area that's prone to flooding, are you going to store them in the basement Or are you going to store them on the second story, or are you going to store them on ground level if it's raised enough? I'm talking about firearms, family cremains, the ability to communicate. Do you have a backup radio? Do you have stored food and water? Do you have items that are high in value that can help you acquire shelter if you traded? This is where you have to think about your own situation, the people you're surrounded by, what they value, what they see is important, and you're going to have to tailor these items to your specific location and then store them where if any emergency happens, you're not going to have a difficult time reaching them. The fourth big important thing cannot be purchased anywhere. You have to maintain your own fitness. Are you injured? That's okay. Work around it and do the best that you can. I have broken my back, and you know what? I am still up walking, hiking. I'm trying my best. You're going to have to push yourself because it's important to maintain strength. In the event that you need to help someone out, what if you have to pull them out of a dangerous situation? What if you have to pull them to safety? What if you have to carry their weight? What if you have to carry them and they're incapacitated? You don't want that on your head. The could've, should've, did I do everything feeling is a horrible, horrible feeling. And one of the ways that you can prevent this is making sure that you have done everything to ensure that if the need ever arises, you can pull people out of harm's way. But don't be just a meathead. Cardio is just as important. Heart health is key. What if you've got all this knowledge and then after this intense situation, you have a heart attack? What was the point? Being fighting fit is for everyone. It benefits everybody. The fifth thing we can take away from this latest emergency is special considerations that need to be met at the individual level. Do you have pets that you love like family? Do you have special medication? Do you require special medical equipment? You need to make sure that you have enough of these items in stock so that in case there's any kind of disruption in the supply chain, you're not going to be left holding the bag. You need to make sure that if you have heart medication, you have more than a month's worth of stock on hand just in case. This is going to be a little bit grim, but you also need to plan in case you're unable to be located or found dead. Life has to go on. You also need to let your family know what to do in case that happens. So I hope you're gaining some insight and thinking about your own local situation and potential issues. I hope my videos encourage you to take steps to address them. I'll be ramping up what I do soon as time allows. I'll most likely get a video or two out at the later half of the week at around 2 p.m. I'm going to be looking into acquiring cameras and audio equipment to fully flesh out my goals of making hard to process information more palatable and make it feel less like doom scrolling. If you want to stick around for that journey, hit that subscribe button and help me spread these ideas and this mindset by hitting the like button. Share my channel with people who are like-minded and maybe even those who disagree. Maybe we can convince them it's not all camo guns and beards, though you are my type of people. It's just a return to how humans have always been, with the advantage of advanced technology to spread the message of strength by rejection of victimhood. In the meantime, go out and help even just one person with one thing, no matter how small. Until the next video, be good, stay safe, and have a good one.